motherfucker. I always eat my fingernail because they hurt me.
What up, y'all? In the car right now. Just finished pulling the gauge bezel. I'm getting ready to come pull the cluster out, the radio, because I'm gonna be installing that retro sound radio, and all kind of other stuff. I need to get access to back here to mount the Terminator X computer. Just a whole bunch of stuff, y'all. Stuff that I'm really not interested in filming, but I'm gonna film a little bit for you so I can get y'all a video out this Sunday. Alright, y'all, got the radio out, the bezel, the gauges. Let me show y'all how it look in here. Bruh, this was a challenge. And I got something special going where that cigarette lighter was, yeah. Stay tuned. Alright, so right now I'm trying to figure out if I want to replace this heater core or use the original one, which is probably 10 times better because it's copper. Hook my heater hose up, blocked off this end, put myself a Schrader valve, and I'm going to let it hold 20 PSI for about 10 minutes. And if it don't leak, that heater core is good. I don't hear nothing leaking. Got 20 pounds in it. Also, mainly, I don't feel like pulling this freaking air conditioning box out. Heater core, bro, it look like a pain in the ass. Even though I got all that stuff removed, still look like a pain. So if it hold pressure, sending that sucker. Either way, I got myself a adjustable heater valve, so that way whenever it's summer and I don't need the heater on, you can literally turn a knob and close that the heater core circulation. Typically just like a vacuum one or electric one that strictly is just on and off, I could adjust this valve to how much flow I want coolant to flow through that heater core. So typically in the morning, I'll defrost it, get that done, and you never need heater again. I'm gonna turn that off, and it's just gonna keep circulating, y'all. Instead of blocking it off, that little valve I just showed y'all keeps the coolant circulating. Like, you know how you hook a loop on these LS water pumps? That's all that thing does, is make a longer loop, but it still opens up to the heater core. Pretty trick little unit. About $120 on eBay. Old Air Products brand. All right, y'all. So it's been longer than 15 minutes. It was I put it to 20. And it was at 18 pounds, and I got nervous. I was like, man, what if it really is leaking real slow? But I sprayed a little glass cleaner, and it's just leaking real slow right here. So 20 PSI for over 15 minutes on the heater core. I'm pretty sure heater core is in good shape, y'all. Continuing on. A lot of wiring, y'all. I'm losing my mind over here. I'm getting ready to give up, but I'm not going to give up. All right, y'all. Just finished up this little wiring harness down here. Put the battery in for the last time. Got the heater hose installed with my little actuator valve. Heater core pressure check good, so I went ahead and hooked that sucker up. Right, y'all, moving along. I need to run every wire that I need to run to the battery. I'm going to run it in this channel, and I want to do this one time. So that's why I'm dangling all these wires, right? Terminator X main power. This amplifier wire, I'm going to be running this straight to a little junction block I'm going to put right here. And I could jump all the rest of the stuff off of that. I got my alternator charge wire, 4 gauge. I'm running straight to the battery. And I'm still going to hook up my factory OG alt wire that gives power to the whole car. So I'm just keeping the original stuff, freaking 12 gauge or whatever that is. But I'm also adding a 4 gauge charge wire, so I don't have no voltage dips. All right. We got all these wires taped up to the original thing with the zip ties that hold. So all these big old wires are in this channel That's done. That's looking nice. Blew the firewall out to put this nice little grommet for the Terminator X for a smooth transition. Yes, sir. Coming together, yeah. All right, y'all. About 9 o'clock at night. And this is what we got. We got everything passed through the firewall. I know this looks crazy, but it's really not. Everything will be cleaned up nice. I ought to be able to get in the Terminator X harness plugged into everything tomorrow and clean all this up. Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Just finished removing that rear speaker on that deck, pulling the insulation out, vacuum the whole car out one more time. And any little bit of surface rust I saw, I wiped it. What you see right there is primer or glue. That's not rust, but yeah. Any little bit of rust, I hit it with a little black Rust-Oleum just to go ahead and stop that rust in its tracks. Now I'm coming to open up that Heat Shield Products DB Killer, and I'm going to go ahead and lay that down, and then I can run my wires because I want this laid down, then the wires, then the carpet with the jute pad. This stuff right here, y'all. Part number 040014. Heat Shield Products, DB on. Alright, y'all. Laid down my DB Killer. Mounted my little underseat sub box or amp 8-inch sub from Retro Sound. Let's go ahead and show you. Yes, sir. We killing decibels, y'all. Yes, indeedy. Alright, y'all. We starting to look good. Just mounted my MSD solid state relay with this block. I ran this wire straight from the battery. I'm gonna jump it to here. And also I'm gonna jump it to my main power for this relay. Woo-woo, yes, sir. What up, y'all? Cool little trick piece I'm working on right now. I took the original cigarette light out of the car. Why would I need that? I don't smoke cigarettes or none of that. But look, I put this voltmeter with 2 USB chargers in the OG spot on the dash. Woohoo! It's gonna look pretty good. Alright, y'all, just plopped it in. Whenever this is down, all you'll see is however many volts the battery got. And then whenever it's up, I got 2 3-amp USB chargers. Also got that Retro Sound speaker jammed up there. I just gotta put that one in the rear and hook all my audio up. Woo-hoo. All right, y'all. Got the Terminator X harness on, everything plugged in. All my wires half-rasped, put together. I didn't finish that little bundle right there because I still got a few little ground triggers I got to install to that MSD, but everything's out the way. Everything's hooked up. Tomorrow morning, I put the start on, top it off with coolant, and if everything works correctly, I'll set up my stuff in the Terminator X, and this thing should fire up. So, see y'all tomorrow. Just finished hooking up the fuel pump, couple little stray wires on the inside, the vacuum line, and I'm gonna flick the key on, and I want to just make sure the fuel lines are clear before I hit it and it don't clog one of my injectors up. Because you know when you're making AN lines, you cutting stuff with a damn grinder. So we just about to flush it, just double check, make sure it's good.
Move what?
All right, y'all. D said it didn't have no gradu in it. About to do this again. While the fuel pump's running, I'll set fuel pressure to 60. That way that's set too. All right, D's gonna hit it and we're gonna check fuel pressure. I hit it. All right, cut it. All right, fuel pressure's good. Set it to 60, locked it down. No fuel leaks, lifted the carb, check front to back. Just gotta go ahead and pop that starter in there, hook up some wires. And y'all, shit crank, bruh. Shit crank. All right, y'all, just hook that big power wire up from the battery to the starter. Now I want to see this shit at least flip over. Can't reach the Oh yeah. Let me deal it down with some other crap and I'm gonna holler back at y'all. Alright y'all. I don't know. I've never did back-to-back studies like D asked, but I always start out with a little bit of that water wetter first before I do anything. All right, now we come and dump in that Hot Shot Secret 50-50 antifreeze, y'all. All right, y'all. We got to go through the motions on this term X right quick. Got to tell it what we got. All right, let me go ahead and do this right quick. All right, y'all. So I just went through the thing, told the Holly everything I had going on. I'm going to go ahead and flick the key, see if it starts, y'all. I don't know. All right, y'all. About to flick the key for the first time. Bad. It's charging good. Heck yeah. He's back in town, finished that weld job. Well, y'all, guess I'm gonna go ahead and cut y'all off here. Got my wires half-ass ran. Cranked the motor up, made sure everything actually worked before I finished wrapping up all my wires, making them look pretty and sexy and all that. But yeah, from what I can see right now, nothing's leaking under the car. I did hit the power steering. Power steering works. And from here, I'm going to go ahead and top off all the fluid, check the coolant, check the engine, check the trans, top everything off. Go through the motions on the shifter. But for the most part, I could button everything up under here, move to the inside of the car, put the wheels on, and we're going to be good to go. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for being here. Like, comment, and subscribe. Duhespeedshop out.